That's great. Right, so we're being recorded. That's fantastic. So just a bit of housekeeping. If you want to ask any questions, please just jump on in. I don't mind you interrupting me. That is absolutely fine. I have left a session at the end, about 5 minutes for some questions, if you have any. We're due to finish at 2 o'clock, so it's supposed to be half an hour. It should finish a bit quicker than that, depending on how many questions you do have. So, like I was saying, my first slide, my name is Lucy and I work in the Digital Place Skills and Inclusion team at Dorset Council. So what our focus is as a team, there's 6 of us now. There was only 2 to begin with, but there's 6 of us now. And these are the things that we focus on. So these are the projects that we're working on. So we've got the Volunteer Digital Champion Project, the Embedded Digital Champion Project, Digital Doorway, online resources and Digital Hotline. That probably means absolutely nothing to you at the moment, so I'm going to go into each into detail about what we offer and how we can support you as carers. So the presentation is presented towards, so if there's anybody from organisations here, so care organisations, it's presented to you, and it's also suitable for any individual carers or unpaid carers that may be caring for families or relatives or friends or anything like that. So we're here to help all carers, and we really want to make sure that it's a big focus across Dorset, that our carers are really taken into account, especially, digitally. And I think with the pandemic and everything that's happened, people are feeling a little bit left behind. And as carers, we know that everybody is so busy all the time, probably thinking digitally is not even something they think about or could see how it could benefit them. However, I hope I can sort of change your mindset on that today, and hopefully it will actually make it a bit easier to carry out your duties. So the first one is the Volunteer Digital Champions project that we have. So that's run by Lindsay Trinder. I'm going to say some names and emails and I'll pop them all in the chat and you'll have all of those to take with you. So this, I don't know if any of you are aware, but we have volunteers within the community that are based in libraries. And what they do is they provide digital support and training for free, and you can book in with them and go and sit in the library and they can show you absolutely anything at all. So simple things, about turning your computer on or turning your tablet on or working your phone or sending an email or how to FaceTime or how to set up WhatsApp or anything that's really relevant to you. They're there to support and they're there to help. What's really nice about our volunteer digital champions is they're volunteers, first of all, and they're not, young, youthful, digitally savvy. They're a lot of them are quite of the elder generation. So they are, got ones in their 80s, which is really nice to see. So because I think a lot of people think, technology is not for me, but seeing them do it is a real inspiration. So it's really nice, actually. That you can see that they can do it as well, and it motivates you to think that you can do it. So if you see, they're the libraries we've got open at the moment. We did have to close them down during the pandemic, but these are the ones that have all reopened and that have got library sessions in them. So if you're keen and think, I live near one of those, or I could get to one of those, please feel free to pop into your local library and ask them about the Volunteer Digital Champions. They will know all about it and show you how to book on and tell you how to book on. And if a local library that's not on that list there that is relevant to you, we will be adding them shortly. It's probably just because we haven't reopened since the pandemic and since we've been able to reopen sessions and get back into the libraries. And I'll give some email addresses at the end if you do want to email and ask when your local library will be opening. Another way to book into one of those sessions is our digital hotline. So this didn't exist before the pandemic, but it now exists because we couldn't get into the libraries. We thought we'd have a telephone number that people could call. And because it's worked so well, we're going to keep it going, even as things start opening up again. So we've got our digital hotline. It's only available at the moment, Monday to Friday, 10 till 12. That's the number there on the screen, 01305 221 048. Now, there's somebody always at the end of the phone line. We've got our triage team, and what they do is they take the calls, they help you with anything at all. Could be anything digitally related, anything you're stuck with, anything you're not sure of, or if there's anybody that you're supporting that have a device or have a tablet as a carer, they can support you with that. And again, it's all free and they can help you. If they can't help, They then give the digital champions, the volunteers in the library, a call, and then we can put you through to them as well and book you into one of the volunteer digital champion sessions in the library by calling that number as well. So if you've all got a pen and paper and wanted to jot down that number, please feel free. However, I will be popping things in the chat as we go along as well. Okay, so we've got our Embedded Digital Champions project. Now, this is Sarah Brown and Mia Green. So this project is focused for two people. So if you're listening today and you're a carer for a relative or a friend, this is relative to you because you could attend this training if you wanted to, which will then enable you to support the person that you are caring for. And on the other hand, if you're an organisation, then this will help you, again, support the people that come in on the front line. So you might be a reception member of staff, a frontline carer, and it also helps you as well. So this training will help you do things like if you've forgotten a password, it helps you get online, helps you set up an email address if people haven't got one already. And that can be you or the people that you're caring for. And it's nice because it just also keeps people in touch with family and friends as well. So we want you. We've got this training available. A lot of people don't know it is available, and I know as people are really, really busy, they think, oh God, I can't attend this training. But it really does help you in the long run. It's the reason we do it is because it helps you motivate others. You know, when people come to you with a problem or a question, you might panic and think, oh, I don't know. That's absolutely fine, and that's what this training's for. We can signpost you in the right direction if you're unsure. And we can train you up with those digital skills as well. And again, to be an embedded digital champion, you don't need to know all things digital. You don't need to be digitally savvy at all. That's what we're there to teach you. And by the end of it, it's more about just being a good communicator and available and patient for those people that come to you for support. So the training is a 3-week program at 2 hours a week. So we've reduced that because we understand that as carers, people don't have a lot of time. Once you've been on the training, we explain to you what a digital champion is and how you can support people and the people that you care for and people in the community. And we look at communication like social media, FaceTiming, WhatsApp, all that sort of stuff. Researching, having a look online, finding out some information like shop times, what times they open. We can help you with online shopping as well, so keeping safe online as well, so Amazon, eBay, all that sort of stuff. And handling data, so we know what's fake news, what's real news, what's a legit website, what's not legit. We can help you with all of that as well. So again, you can pass these skills on to the people that you're caring for, or take them on board yourself as well. So yeah, what you get in return, it's, you know, you get that confidence to help other people. We all panic when it comes to digital a little bit, and we think, oh gosh, I don't know that, and I should know that, or, you know, I'm a bit too old to know that, or I've never done that before, or why would that be relevant to me? So it just gives you the confidence to help others and signpost them in the right direction. It improves your digital skills as well, let alone the people that you're caring for. And it just gives you a bit of recognition and fulfillment. They may come to you for that support, or they may come to you for you know, oh, we know who can help us with that. So it puts your name on the map, if you like, and hopefully in the long term as well, it will reduce workload and saving time. So for example, you know, you won't have to run to the shop to find out what times they're open, because you can just look it up online, and you can promote that with the people that you're caring with there as well. And we can also signpost you into some online resources, which I will go through with you at the end of the presentation. Okay, and the best part of it all, it's free, so it doesn't cost you anything, and we can help you with your soft skills, your digital skills. It's available to you as carers for free. And if you know, it's a 3-week course. If you can't make one session, that's fine. We can try and put you another on. We're quite flexible with that. We would just like you to complete all of the 3 sessions if possible. Okay, I'll just go on to the next slide. Okay, so the next one I'd like to update you about is Digital Doorway. So this is a project that we're working on, and the aim of this project is to enable people to connect with others and access online services and information. So as carers, you're the people that we want to target for this project. So our Dorset residents, we want to make sure that everybody is included digitally in one way or the other. So we've got some central government funded money where we are going to be distributing free devices and data, and that can be in the means of a tablet or a laptop, maybe a smartphone. We are looking into that at the moment, and data. Now, when we say data, unfortunately, we don't mean a broadband service within your home, but we mean a SIM card to go into the tablet, or a separate MiFi device that you can include with that. Now, the data usually lasts, I think it's about 12 to 18 months, depending on how that data is used. If it's used for streaming movies or online gaming, it will be used a lot quicker. If not, if you're simply looking up things online, going on websites, sending emails, it should last that majority of the time. So we've got these to offer out to you. They're completely free. There's quite a broad criteria. All we ask is that you're 18 years of over, you don't have access to the internet currently, or your own appropriate device. And by that, we mean you could have a smartphone, but you think a tablet would be better for your needs because it's got a bigger screen. And again, this could be for the person you're caring for, or this could be for you. So, you know, they may be visually impaired, for example, and a tablet would be better. Or if somebody is looking for work or something like that, they might prefer a laptop. So we've got this available to you, and I don't think people know much about it. And also, we're not just going to throw a device at you and say, off you go. We've also got training and support to use those devices. And that will be given by our volunteer digital champions within the library. We've got the digital hotline, which I've just run through previously. And we've also got in our embedded digital champion program. So we'd set you up with your device, and then we're there to help you and support you through that setup as well. We're anything at all that we can help you with. So here's some really, really useful information here. So what I'll do is I'll just paste these into the chat. Okay, that's the Digital Dorset email. Apologies, my colleague was supposed to come today, bless her, and help me with the tech side, but she's gone off with a migraine. So I'm doing it myself, but I think I'm doing all right, I hope. So we've got the... there we go. So we've got the how you apply. So I've popped that into the chat, the email address. Now, if you're an individual, you can register your interest with us. Just send us an email to that email there. Have I stopped sharing my content? I think I have.
You have. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll just reshare that. I don't know what happened. Thank you for that. Okay, am I back? Can you see my...
Yes, you can see now.
Thank you very much. So yeah, if you're an individual and you wish to register your interest, please send us an email on that email address there, or contact that hotline, which I demonstrated to you earlier, numbers on the screen, and that's Monday to Friday, 10 till 2. If you're an organisation that's keen to maybe get a group of people or a cohort together, then that's the same email address as well. And you can either put my name, maybe put my name so I know it's addressed to me, and it will come to me then. Okay, so here's some online resources as well, which will really, really support you. So we can share these with you as well. Now, there's some really good resources out there, and they're really hard to find, and some of them are specifically targeted at carers. So these are some really useful websites here. So there's 5 websites there, and I'll pop those into the chat as well. I'll just see if they work. Perfect. So I popped those into the chat. We've got Learn My Way at the top, which is a great online resource area for all resources related to digital. It's a very generic website, but there's lots of things you can sign up for there. Really, really useful tools. There's the GCF Global, which focuses on online security and making sure people can stay safe online for things like online banking, that sort of thing. And they also provide generic online resources as well. I'm going to go to AbilityNet in a bit more depth after this slide, so I'll leave that one for the moment. Age UK, a fantastic website. Now, all of these aren't related to aged care or older people. They're there for everybody. Age UK are brilliant. They've got some things there on how to FaceTime, how to send a WhatsApp, how to do things on your mobile, change the settings, all that sort of stuff to make it more suitable for the individual that's using it. There's some really great resources on there as well, and I've popped the links in the chat. And then we've got Microsoft 365 as well, which is an absolute huge suite of training resources can seem a little bit overwhelming. So what I would say is go and have a look at it, see what's there. If you get stuck with anything at all, just call our hotline, they can help you. But that's really good for things like Teams, like what we're on now. They can train you how to use that, Microsoft Word, PowerPoints, Excel spreadsheets, all that sort of thing. They're really, really good with, but it can seem a little bit overwhelming because there's so much there to offer. What I'll do is I'll go, I think I'll stop sharing and then reshare again my, just bear with me, and then I'm going to show you a website. Okay, can you all see my news screen that's open now?
Yes.
Fantastic, thank you. So AbilityNet, an absolutely fantastic website if you haven't heard of it before, for online resources. Now there's really simple how-to guides on here for all your devices, smartphones, tablets, laptops, and there's a great list down here. So you could have a look at, you know, looking at trails on your mouse pointer, zooming in on Windows 10, changing the color of your mouse, how to use your keyboard, slowing down your touchpad. So, you know, people think, oh, this is all a bit too quick, what's happening here? Yeah, slowing down your mouse there, changing the font so you can make it larger, make it smaller. Now, if I just go into one to demonstrate, I'll go into this one. So how to change the color of your mouse, for example. It gives you a real short guide in words, in text, of exactly how to do that on your computer. It demonstrates images of what you've got before and what you've got after. And again, step-by-step guide using images of exactly how to do it. So it's very, very clear. It's very, very straightforward to follow. And you're probably there thinking, well, why would I want to change the color of my mouse? What is the point of that? Now, what's a really good search function here is if you're looking after somebody that may have, you know, they may have a hand tremor, for example. You can type in hand tremor in the search box here. And down here, it'll come up with all the guides of how-to guides to make your device easier if you have a hand tremor. So you can look at the color settings, you can look at all different things to change it, make change, you know, adjustments, font settings, text settings, all that sort of thing if you've got a hand tremor. Now, I'm just thinking there may be somebody, you know, for example, dyslexia, maybe I'll put in this one actually, sorry, that's the wrong search, dyslexia, perfect. And here's a dyslexia fact sheet. There's different technology things that we can go around, some hacks, 5 top hacks, how digital people can, you know, really relate to technology. And there's some step-by-step guides and top tips here for how to adapt your device. So it's called My Computer, My Way. So making that device suitable for that individual. It doesn't have to be, you know, one device fits all. It really, really doesn't. We've got a lot of our people that we've given devices to have got arthritis. So we can help them. I probably spelt that wrong. No, here we go. So the best apps if you've got arthritis, they're all on there. Rheumatoid arthritis, how to adapt your computer living. Really, really useful tools. And then we've also got just one I was thinking for the visually impaired is a great one. I'll just type in vision. So, you know, you might not know that these things are out there, but if you're caring for somebody with an accessibility tool issue, then you can go on and just type that in and it will appear here. And hopefully there'll be something in there that can really, really help. There's, you know, there's some cool smart glasses you can put on for people that are visually impaired, changing the light resolution, sight enhancement tools. So quite useful tools and things there for you, for people that you're caring for, to make them feel a bit more included with digital, you know, everything that's going on now. So I'll stop sharing that. I'll go back to my presentation. It's going to go back to the start, I think. So I'll just pop it to the end. Let's go through. We've covered a lot, haven't we? Okay, so on the screen here, here's the contact details that you need. So if you're really interested in the Embedded Digital Champion project, where you can attend the 3 weeks training, that's the email address there that you would contact. If you're interested in Digital Doorway, so the free device giveaway that we've got happening at the moment, that's the email address. And if you want any support at all, if you want to speak to somebody on the phone, that's the telephone number there, Monday to Friday, 10 till 12, and that's the email address as well. I'm just going to copy and paste those within the chat. So you've got those ready and available if you need to save them. I think I'm doing all right for time. So I'm not sure if anybody's got any questions. I hope that information's been useful and helpful. Has anybody got any questions that they would like to ask? Did anybody find that useful and think that they may use any of the training or device opportunities that we've offered? Oh, yeah, Kate. Yeah.
I just wondered on the digital doorway, the free devices. Is there any criteria you have to meet other than being over 18 and what else do you say, and no internet?
Yeah, digitally excluded, basically. So you could have a device, but it's not suitable for your needs. So the criteria is very, very broad. It's the reason for the funding is because relating to the pandemic, we've realised there's a lot of people that are digitally excluded, and we've chosen to focus it on our carers. So no, as long as they meet that criteria, then they're more than welcome to apply for that, and we will be sending out more information upon that. So yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it just seems, you know, a quite a good offer to be able to get devices for free, that's all. But yeah, it's certainly something to spread the news on.
Yes, yeah, and when we look at the application process, we really want to target the most digitally excluded. So, you know, if we have 200,000 applications, for example, we'd have to narrow it down to the people that we think from the questions are the most digitally excluded, because like you said, it is quite a broad criteria. But you know, it's not like they have to have a certain learning disability or a learning difficulty or this certain care situation. It is very, very broad, so we're quite lucky in that regard. But we've done projects like this in the past, and we actually find it difficult to distribute them, I think, because people are worried about the technology or worried about how they're going to work, or they might break it. So it is a lot harder than you think, actually.
I think also not having to have your property wired for broadband and work via a SIM is a good one too, because that makes it so much easier. You just presumably hand the device over with some training and you're almost good to go. Yeah.
That's it, and then they can take the device out if they want to, you know, you can go take it to the park or a cafe if they want to use it, and they can obviously use it at home because it will have the data. We've really kind of gathered that information over the pandemic that a lot of people don't have broadband because they either can't afford it or in their area it's just not good enough. So that's why we've really offered that. And what we're going to look at in the application process is where people apply from. We want to make sure that the you know, whatever service user we provide works in that area. So that, you know, that will be one of the questions that we do ask.
So, and bearing in mind, one of the biggest things for, you know, helping with social isolation are the Zoom calls with family. Does the SIM card do well on video calls? Yes.
So again, like I mentioned, if you're streaming movies and, you know, if you're gaming, it sucks up the data super quickly. If you're video calling, it sucks up the data not as quick as gaming, but quicker than if you're just using it to send emails. But it works absolutely fine. It works, you know, it's strong enough for that. It just means it would probably get used a little bit quicker. But we've also got our digital champions. They can provide support in the cheapest tariffs. So once it does start running out, we can say to you, oh, you know, so and so are doing this deal at the moment, or there's this offer that's happening, or in your area this is a really good, you know, strong broadband service or something like that. So we can help them once their data does start running out.
Yeah, nice and easy. That's great. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kate. Much appreciated. I'm just going to run to the chat here. Helen says, hi Lucy, sorry, microphone not working. It's very helpful to know where to signpost people when we're working with them. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Helen. Oh, and another Helen, helpful to know when supporting people, we can put them in the right direction. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. And what info do you require from people wishing to sign up for the Digital Champion course? Okay, Anne, is that the embedded Digital Champion course I was explaining? Yes, great. That's great, Anne. So if I go back a slide, the Embedded Digital Champion email here will be this email address here. So once you send an email through to that email address, Sarah Brown is our project manager, and she will pick that up and she'll get in contact with them directly and go from there. And then we can sign you up and give you the dates and when they're available. Does that answer your question, Anne? I think it does. Okay, well, I think Diana's just popping something into the chat. If you've got any, no, Anne, I just wondered what sort of personal information might be asked. Oh, okay, no, that's absolutely fine, Anne. What we'll do is you can just send an email. So we'd obviously have your email address if you're going to send an email to that EDC email address. Sarah can then send you all of the details, like when the courses are, what they are, what's happening. We've obviously related to GDPR. We don't pass people's contact details on. All we really need from yourself is your name, email address, so that we can sign you up onto the course and provide you with that information. We don't necessarily need anything more than that. We may, if you work for an organisation, we may be interested to find out where you work and if we want to put that to anybody else. But if it's just yourself individually, you know, we wouldn't be asking too many personal details. Great, thank you. Great. So yes, I think Diana's popped some links into the chat. Diana, did you want to speak about those?
So hi everyone. Yeah, I just put up the links for other sessions going on today in case you want to go to those. If you click on these links, you don't have to actually register for them. You can just go straight to it. And there's also a SharePoint site so that everyone will be automatically added at the end of today's session as well. So all information of all the websites mentioned and organizations that can help you. There also all the information is there. The slides and recordings will also be able to be uploaded there, so you can review or view the ones you've missed. And yeah, there's also a little feedback form that if you could click. So like we would love to hear your comments about what you thought about today's session. That would be great. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Diana. Thank you for that. Yeah, always great to hear feedback from the sessions, so much appreciated. But look at that, 1:59. I think I've done very well. So thank you all very much for your time. I really hope that's been useful information for you. And please do get in contact, even if you think, oh, they won't want to know about that, or I'm not quite sure if that's relevant. Please do. We're always here to help. And thank you very much. And I might see you all soon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.